Okay, this was a busy week, especially going into the holiday, but I got it done. Monday through Friday was training as usual, but Saturday and Sunday I brought my daughter along to my coach's boxing event at the Fabletics store and also to train with us on Sunday. Today's training session was different in the best way possible because now I'm learning the whole mitts. The plan is to eventually do some form of coaching, so this is the inception of Coach Camp. You have to manipulate your arms in some interesting ways to catch some of these punches. Here, you'll see me trying to figure out the mechanics of catching a five, which is the lead uppercut. Respect to my coach Max because having to analyze someone's form and manage distance at the same time while catching punches is harder than you think, but we love a good challenge. Also, I'm a southpaw, meaning I'm left hand dominant, but I have to learn orthodox just as well because 90% of the population is right handed. After I got comfortable catching the five, I had Nia add a three, which is the lead hook. After we added the three, we added a cross, which is a straight punch with your rear hand. And here we're laughing at Max's dedication to getting the best angle. I don't even remember what position it was, but it was funny. Here I had Nia speed up her punches, and now it's starting to look like I know what I'm doing out there. Now I'm holding this for Max. He's naturally right-handed, but he's practicing his southpaw. Right here, I'm just making sure that I have his timing and distance down with ones and twos. Now we're mixing up our jabs with singles, doubles, and to the body. Adding some threes in there now, which is the lead hook. Max has some clean crosses with good snap, even though he's not naturally a southpaw. Now it's my turn. Right here, Max is putting together the combo, so we're running through it. Also, my toe is wrapped up because the nail came off from an injury sparring, in case anyone was wondering. I want to leave in some of my mistakes, like how I forgot the roll right here. Most of the clips in these videos are highlights, but anyone who's just getting started or wants to start boxing, mistakes happen, and all you have to do is just keep refining your skill set. Right here, Max is adding more onto the combo, so we're just slow walking it. Max added an impromptu three to the body, so that's what's going on right here. We use ones and one twos as a way to reset before jumping into a new combo or as a bridge for the next combo. At some point, we changed the start of the combo to a 6-5, overhand 2, a 3 to the body, and then a 2-3. All right, we'll finish up with some mitt work from Nia. As you have seen, and as you can see, she's nice with her hands and has great technique. All right, so today was boxing at the Fabletics store. My coach actually has an ambassadorship with them. So every once in a while, they'll open the store up early and they'll allow different ambassadors of theirs to have classes. So, of course, my coach is a boxing coach. So we had a small boxing group class. It was pretty cool. I didn't actually get to hit mitts this go around just because I was behind the camera, and then there was some other logistical things with opening the store. So I mostly just recorded, but my daughter was there, and she killed it. It was a super proud dad moment. Just seeing her get new cues and that her being able to implement them right away. So I was super happy. I'm like, you look like your dad out there. So again, just proud dad moment. But I was able to get some really good footage. Of course, like my coach did his thing as he always does, and I'm excited for the next one. I'm excited for everything. Like I just can't stress the importance of just being in a positive mind frame at all times or as much as possible. Right now it's winter time, so some people may be going through seasonal depression, and one thing I would recommend to you is if you do suffer from that, or if you're just having a difficult time in your life, is to have structure in your life. Structure really minimizes a lot of the anxiety that comes with the unknown or just feelings of being lost, right? So whether you dedicate yourself to some sort of program such as boxing, or maybe you like Pilates or strength training, whatever it may be, and it doesn't even have to be athletic. It can be educational, whether you want to pick up a new skill or a new hobby. But also, even outside of that, just having your schedule set to where things are predictable will help you feel so much better. And again, that's just a side note, just something I wanted to throw in there just because of the time of year that we're in. But yes, it was a great day. Later on today, I do plan on including this in the video because, again, or no, I haven't mentioned this before, so not again. But I do want to add elements of just my life. I do a lot of events with my daughter, or go to a lot of events with my daughter, and we do a lot of activities. And I would like to put that in these videos. So today we're going to go to Baltimore and we're going to go to their Christmas market. I believe it's a German themed Christmas market. So we're going to get hot chocolate and cider and all those good things, and it should be a good time. Next up, strength and conditioning. If you haven't seen my previous videos, we don't train with heavy weight because our concentration is on our particular martial art, and we're just making sure we're maintaining strength rather than chasing personal records. Here we're warming up, spending a lot of time on the hips with these hip opening movements to prepare us for squats. Don't forget to warm up your entire body before you work out. Our bodies work in unison. Even if you're training lower body, your upper body is still involved, just to a smaller degree. Injuries can still happen. Now we're slowly adding a little bit of weight at a time, focusing on form and making sure that we're pushing the hips back to initiate the squat. You also want to make sure that you're keeping your feet slightly wider than shoulder width and drop down to 90 degrees or lower. We're also making sure that we squeeze the glutes at the top to bring us back to a neutral hip position. Next up is shoulder press, again, keeping it light and focusing on form and technique. I'm doing more of an Olympic lift type shoulder press. No particular reason why, though. I just felt like doing this one today. If you're short on time, you can focus on the big five, which is some form of squat, hinge, overhead press, row, or bench press. This is the start of my 3 working sets here. My shoulders were smoked already from boxing all week, but it is what it is. Here, my coach wanted me to make sure that I was pulling myself up with my lats and not overusing my biceps. Here's some single leg knee raises. I shouldn't be swinging as much, so don't be like me right here. Try to keep your torso stable. We did this push up, single leg knee raise, and pull up circuit for 3 rounds. We also added in some weighted knee raises. Honestly, my abs were good. What affected me the most was my grip strength because it's under trained at the moment. I had to switch my grip up at the end. Now it's time to cool down, starting with a quad stretch, making sure to push the hips forward for a deeper stretch in the quad. Next is a chest stretch. It's also good for the biceps depending on how you rotate your arm. We also did a calf stretch and a stretch for our back, but I won't bore you with all that footage. So that's it for strength and conditioning today. Today wasn't a regularly scheduled class. Since Usma and I want to become coaches, we took this extra time to get some work in. I have to train more orthodox more often since I'm a southpaw, and Usma has to train her southpaw since she's naturally orthodox. The drill you're seeing here is a lateral 2-3-2 with the forward 1-1-2, making sure to shuffle back with proper footwork. If we're going backwards, the back foot leads. If we're going forward, the front foot leads. And if we're going lateral, whichever direction we're going, that foot leads. This drill is a pendulum forward with a 6-3 and a pendulum backwards with a 5-2. Usma's crosses look really good. She's sitting down on her shots and her head is off the center line. You definitely want to follow her lead. Now it's time for some mitt work. Here's a few 2-3s. I was leaning forward with my hinge, so Matt's correcting me. Never want to give your own opponent an advantage, so manage your distance. Here's Stitch from Lilo and Stitch hitting mitts. Man, look at that jab step. I'm hyped right now. And that 1-2 has some snap to it. That was a clean 2. We're working on bringing that hand back to the face. Here's Usma killing it as always. She's managing her distance well. Punches are snappy and powerful. Sitting down on your punches makes a world of a difference when it comes to how much power you can generate. You don't always have to sit down on them, but if you have a clear opening and you really want to throw with max power, you have to learn how to do that. Also, notice how she doesn't overcommit to her punches. They land and their hand is right back to her face. Nice slip 2-3. Cammy is in the background having a great time. Here we're talking about rotation on my two. I don't remember all the specifics. I think it was I just wasn't pushing enough off my back foot. This girl is crazy. It took us all the way out of what we were doing.
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
Took a quick break to do some box jumps. And that was a week of training. We did a lot more, and I wish I could have included everything, but these videos will literally be like an hour long if I did. If you got something out of this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. But of course, no pressure. And I'll see you next week. Also, I'll close this video out with a little sparring between me and Cammy. Obviously, I was keeping it light, but she did catch me with a really good shot. I was completely off guard.
Come on, Kimmy, get him. Come on, Kimmy, for all the times he tried to make you eat broccoli. Let's go.
He almost did it last night.
Ooh.